long-lasting energy boost. They're really healthy. And guess what?
What?
It's time for the ABCs of food, Shauna.
All right. Wow. What are the ABCs of food?
The ABCs of food are we actually talk about the nutritional content of some particular food that we've chosen. And this week, I believe the letter is the letter E.
It is, yes. And I am going to be talking about one of my favorite vegetables.
One of
Which
my favorites too, by the
I
way.
know, and that is the eggplant. This funny looking vegetable right here. It's dark purple. So let me talk about the eggplant. The ancient ancestors of eggplant grew it wild in India and were first cultivated in China in the 5th century BC. So I thought that'd be a little fun fact for you guys.
Okay.
Long prize for its deeply purple, glossy beauty as well as its unique taste and texture. Eggplants are now available in markets throughout the year, and they're very best through August, in August through October when they're in season. Eggplants belong to the nightshade family of vegetables, which include tomatoes, sweet peppers, and potatoes. They grow in a manner much like tomatoes, hanging from vines of plants and grow several feet in height. And I think it's an easy plant to also grow in your garden. While the different varieties do range in taste and texture, one can generally describe the eggplant as having a pleasingly bitter taste and spongy texture. Eggplant is an excellent source of digestion, supportive dietary fiber, and bone building magnesium. Sorry, manganese.
Manganese.
Manganese. Thank you. Manganese is very good source of enzyme catalyzing molybdenum, and heart healthy potassium. Eggplant is also a good source of bone building vitamin K and magnesium, as well as phytonutrients. So it has a lot of phytonutrients. Also, one of those is niacin. Niacin is a potent antioxidant and free radical scavenger that has been shown to protect cell membranes from damage. In animal studies, niacin has found to protect the lipid fats in brain cell membranes. This means this is a food that's good for your brain. Cell membranes are almost entirely composed of lipids and are responsible for protecting the cells from free radicals, letting nutrients in and waste out. Researchers at the U.S. Agricultural Service in Maryland have found that eggplants are a rich source of phenolic compounds that function as antioxidants as well. Plants form such compounds to protect themselves against oxidative stress from exposure to the elements, so as well as infection and bacteria. So this is a great, definitely a great item to have. One of the things that I like to do with it is I'll spray some olive oil in it and I'll roast it in my oven. And a lot of my family that tastes it, anybody, I'll just say, hey, try this. Let me know what you think. They think it tastes like chicken. I put a little rye flour on it. So it's just very funny, and I season it up the way I like it. Just though, because we have 4th of July coming up, I also think it would be great to put this on the grill, add a little lettuce and tomato, throw it on a bun with some whatever, ketchup, mustard, and you have yourself an eggplant sandwich if you're trying to stay away from the meat.
I actually have a wonderful tip for eggplant that I use.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, for some people are sensitive to citric or acidity. And so what I do is before I prepare it, I take the skin off, and I know there's a lot of nutrition in the skin, but I take the skin off and I actually sprinkle it with some sea salt, and that draws out the bitterness and the acidity. You let it sit for maybe 30 minutes. You put something heavy on it, you rinse it, and it's good to go. Like if you're sensitive to anything that's, that'll give you acid reflux. So I love that.
Oh yeah, and I know you made me a great eggplant dish. One day
I
you
sure
gotta
did.
share that on the show.
We actually have a picture of it on our Pinterest page, which is Food Rap Radio show.
That's right. Okay, so we gotta make sure that people, because that's
It's actually
a
up
great
there.
eggplant dish. You guys gotta check that out. We want to remind everyone to please call in 646-929-1521. Also check out our Facebook and Instagram page at Food Rap. Twitter is Food Rap Radio, and like Nina said, our Pinterest is Food Rap Radio Show, and you can get all the information that we talk about today on those in those areas. So we're gonna go to a break, and we come back some more great information.
There you go.
The GoPro Radio Network is proud to present our newest show, Food Rap, hosted by food enthusiasts Nina Mulcal and Shauna Glover. Together, they will chew the cud, so to speak, and take you on a mouth-watering journey to whet your appetite. They'll spill the beans on the latest food trends, beef up on food facts, and share their own discoveries. They'll also have special guest experts and feature piping hot segments like Strange But Food and Chop It Up. So tune in on Saturday, June 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the premiere of Food Rap and get your food fix in. Why? Because, well, talk never tasted so good. That's Food Rap only on the GoPro Radio Network at www.goproradio.com.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.
Juana, and we're the hosts of Food Rap on the GoPro Radio Network. Thank you for joining us today on this Saturday.
Welcome.
Yes, Sean, I'm wondering what this wonderful, delicious-looking dish is sitting here in front of us.
Okay, so if you guys can see, for those who would like to also watch us, you can go to GoProRadio.com and click on the Watch Now button so you can see this dish.
Wonderful dish. And I wish you guys could smell it. It smells amazing.
So basically, another favorite of mine is kale. And I know we've talked about it on the show before. It's super nutritious for you. It's on the top list of green foods that you should eat. But what I whipped up was basically, it took me 10 minutes to prepare this.
Okay.
I took a little coconut oil, and I added a little bit of garlic, and I just chopped up the kale.
I smell the garlic.
Threw it in the pan, medium fire. Added some garlic. I added a little sea salt, pepper. You can put pretty much whatever you want in there. Season it to taste. But this is how I made it. And that's pretty much it. I use it as a main dish, but for my family who they do eat meat, I put in I will add it to them, to their dish as a vegetable.
Okay.
So,
okay. Actually, and kale is, before I even try it, I want to mention that kale is actually pretty diverse because you can have it cooked, sauteed. You can have it in a salad. There's a technique called massaging it, which you can use sea salt to massage it to remove some of the bitterness because it's actually very, very bitter when it's raw. And it's really good, but I'm really excited to try this. This smells amazing.
And I added a little lemon because I actually like the taste of lemon with it. So hopefully you like it too.
I'm going to try it. I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
How do you like it? No talk.
Actually, it tastes really good.
Thank you.
What I like about it is it still has the crispness to it. It's not mushy. It's very garlicky.
I like garlic, so it's heavy with the garlic.
I like the lemon. It's just a touch of lemon flavor, and it tastes really, really good.
Thank you.
Really amazing. Is there more in the front?
There is more in the front.
Okay, so I'm probably going to have some later for lunch. It tastes really great.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my favorite. I'll have this for dinner sometimes, or maybe I might mix it up with a little brown rice or something like that. So, you guys just...
Are you gonna put this recipe up on our Facebook page?
I definitely will put this up on. Definitely.
You definitely have to.
Okay, for sure. And I took some pictures of it right after I cooked it, so I'm gonna put those pictures up on our Instagram, which is Food Rap, on our Pinterest, which is Food Rap Radio Show, so you guys can check that out. And then once you try it, maybe share with us if you use some different seasoning or spices. Maybe you guys can come back and share the different ways that you maybe switched it up a little bit and let us know how it came out. And how
are my teeth, Donna?
There's no green in it.
There's no green in there?
Lip, though. You got a little green
on the lip? Okay. Okay, and I want to remind folks to call us at 646-929-1521 if you want to join the conversation, if you have any tips, if you have any questions, if you have anything to say, if there's anything you want to hear about.
Absolutely. And don't forget to go to GoProRadio.com, click on that donate button, $1, $5, $10, whatever you guys have.
$20,
just help us,
$50, $100, $200, whatever you want to donate. Whatever you want to donate.
It's all good. All right.
It's the food fight time. All right.
All right. So up next on the menu is Food Fight, as you guys may have heard. And Food Fight is basically we look all over the place for some really interesting food in the news that we share with you guys here on the air. Nina, what do you have for us this week?
I have some very interesting news, and it's been talked about to death in the last, I'm going to say, a couple of weeks.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to be reading about Paula Deen.
Oh yeah.
Paula Deen. And actually, Paula Deen, she's on the Food Network, and I've watched her since, I guess, the 90s, whenever she first came out. And I always admired her because she was abandoned by her husband with her two sons, and she started off with a tiny little mom and pop because she was a great cook, and she turned into this big, television food guru. And I admire her, and a lot of her food was really a little too rich for me, but her personality was just so appealing and fun, and when I heard about this, I was so disappointed. I'm just going to read a little bit from the New York Times.
Okay.
What the controversy is about. From her first televised Y'all in 1999, Paula Deen has worked harder to promote Southern food than anyone in the modern media era, wielding frosted hair and frosted donuts as her weapons. Paula Deen has brought up numerous issues pertaining to the restaurant business and Southern food. But her campaign came to a clumsy halt last week when the unpalatable side of Mrs. Deen's sweet and saucy persona made a sudden public appearance. First, her deposition in a discrimination lawsuit showed she had admitted using racist language and tolerating racist jokes and pornography in the kitchen of one of her restaurants. Then she fumbled through a series of videotaped apologies that were widely criticized as vague and self-serving. In response, the Food Network canceled her longtime contract on Friday and pulled her shows from the air, which I believe her contract ends at the end of the month, which is in a couple of days. On Monday, Smithfield Foods dropped her as a spokeswoman, and a public outcry both in support of Miss Deen and against her is still growing as of Tuesday. The Food Network's Facebook page has had more than 20,000 posts.
Wow.
But nowhere, arguably, are passions running fiercer than in Mrs. Deen's own field, Southern cooking. Just as her words revived painful truths about race and language, they have stirred up long, simmering issues in the culinary business, including accusations of industry-wide racism and sexism, class divisions, and the fight over the true heritage of the region's food. Anyway, I'm actually, pretty disappointed. Like, what do you think? Do you know Paula Deen? Have you ever watched her? Like, what do you think about this?
I mean, it's weird because I have heard of her, but I've never followed her on the Food Network or anything like that. I mean, I think that it's unfortunate. It's not surprising. I think a lot of those who may kind of encounter racism on a daily basis know that it's alive and well. What I do think is great that came out of it is it kind of put the discussion back in the forefront of people's minds. That it's something that just because we have a black president doesn't mean racism no longer exists in this country.
Don't get me started on the president. But anyway.
You know what I mean? So I think that it's great that this kind of is now the catalyst for the discussion. But I'm tired of hearing about her. She obviously is she's obviously paying for the remarks and the things that she's done wrong. She's losing much money. She's hurt, they're hurting her where it counts in her pockets. So
but you know what?
Already.
You know what though? You have to wonder if somebody else is going to pick her up because she's just such a popular person and she's like an icon in the food world. So you just never know what can possibly happen. She may end up on television on another show, on another network. You just never know.
Honestly, I would not be surprised. I've heard black people come out and speak on her behalf. I mean, who've said, I support
serious?
her. I'm dead serious.
Wow.
What's that? I forget the woman's name, but she's a celebrity. And she's always supporting some crazy people saying some crazy thing.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, it's like I said, I'm tired of hearing about her. I would rather, continue to have the discussion on why things need to change within this country.
Sure.
I mean, no one's talking about the vote that just, the whole voter ID. I mean, this seems to be overshadowing what happened with the whole voter ID thing with the Supreme Court.
Sure.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're on to the next, which is strange but food. But before we do that, I want to remind people to call in. Let us know what you think, how you feel about Paula Deen and her comments
There you go.
at 646-929-1521. I also want to remind people to go to www.goproradio.com and click on that donate button.
That's
What did we
right.
say? Well, let's start at 200, 150, 10, whatever.
You can donate $1, $5, $10.
Exactly.
Yes.
And here we go. Strange with food, my favorite.
But food. I love strange but food.
I know. We've been finding some really interesting things. So tell us, what do you have? I just want to tell people what strange but food is. It's, Nina and I, we look all across the globe for some really outrageous food, and we bring it to you guys, the listeners. You got to tell us what you think. Nina, what you got for us today?
Today I have another Mexican specialty called Eskimos. Do you know what that is?
Eskimos. No, it sounds interesting.
It sounds interesting.
Okay,
It is interesting.
I'm scared though.
Okay. Eskimos are the eggs of the giant black limetopen ant. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which makes its home in the root systems of maguey and agave plants. Ant eggs, Shauna. Collecting the eggs is a uniquely unpleasant job, since the ants are highly venomous and have some kind of blood grudge against human orifices. So nose, mouth, ears, I guess, eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And other.
So, and I wonder what grudge means. Like, what is it that they're doing? Are they biting? Like, anyway, who knows?
I don't know.
The eggs have the consistency of cottage cheese. The most popular way to eat them is in a taco with guacamole. While being insane, it gets worse. Eskimos have a surprisingly pleasant taste. They are buttery and slightly nutty.
Okay.
This hugely increases the chances that while you're in Mexico, Shauna, if you should ever go to Mexico, you could eat them without realizing you're eating a taco full of ant eggs. Wow. And we know how much you love guacamole.
Now I know. We'll be asking. Okay.
So that was my strange but food.
Very strange. I had like goosebumps when you're talking about.
I know, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of cottage cheese, so I'm not.
Actually, I'm not either. Anyway. But what is your strange but food for today? Which I'm sure is going to be interesting.
Strange but food is okay. So this is not too crazy. Actually, people may actually want to try this. Is chocolate peanut butter chickpea cookies.
That doesn't sound too strange to me.
It doesn't sound, but come on, who talks about chickpea cookies, really? I mean, right? I know it's not like outrageously strange, but I saw this and I said, I actually said I would want to try it, but I said, you know what? It's definitely unusual. You can't go in the store. Okay. You can't buy chickpea cookies.
Okay.
So it's definitely weird. Okay.
All right. Let's hear about it.
So, it's just basically made with no flour, no white sugar, no eggs, no butter, no oil. And this is what made it appealing to me.
Oh, it's vegan. It sounds vegan.
Because I'm always trying to find a way to make sweets within my diet, or I don't even want to say diet, but within my way of eating.
Okay.
So, when I saw this, it was very appealing to me. And I think the next time I do my specialty dish, this will be what I'm making. And it just consists of, and I'll put the recipe up, chickpeas, natural peanut butter, vanilla extract, agave or honey, baking powder, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. And they have vegan style, they're suggesting, and salt. That's it. And I'd say it takes about maybe 15, 20 minutes to make. So, like I said, it's not too crazy and out there, but I definitely thought chickpea cookies were weird.
So let me ask you this question, Shauna. Why didn't you make that today as this specialty dish?
I should have made it today. I don't know why.
I'm kind of disappointed.
I know.
Are you going to make it next time around when it's your turn?
I will, definitely.
Awesome, because I can't wait to try them. It sounds interesting.
I have to do a taster first. I have to try it first before I bring it on the air, because I don't want you talking bad about my cooking in case I mess them up.
Okay, I get it. Okay. I get it.
All right. I think, so I just want to remind people again that to call in, because we just had some, very interesting topic on the whole Paula Deen debacle. That number 646-929-1521. And can you share like our social networking information with the audience?
Sure. You can check us out on Food Rap on Facebook. Mm-hmm. You can check us out on Food Rap on Instagram. Mm-hmm. The Food Rap Radio on Twitter, and Food Rap Radio Show on Pinterest. And I'm really excited because in the next half hour, we're going to have our special guest, Kissa Starr, who's going to be joining us, over by phone, right?
By phone, yep.
Yeah.
She's in LA. right now.
Yeah, she's in LA.
Mhm. Yep. So she's going to tell us all about the great fit tips that she has for us. Please go to the website, goproradio.com, and watch us live.
Watch us live or listen to us if in your car. You know,
Yes.
you can do a podcast
Absolutely.
with goproradio.com.
And we'll be back after this break with Kissa Starr.
You want to know the truth, folks? Do you really want to know the truth? Well, perhaps you can't handle the truth. But if you can listen to Go Pro Radio. Tune in at www.goproradio.com. Now, have I made myself clear?
Go Pro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head. I know I do.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.
Just a caller.
Okay, we are back, everybody. So I'm not sure. We have a 718 number on the line. I'm not sure if it's our caller or if it's an actual guest. So why don't we bring him on and we'll see. Hi, this is Shauna and Nina. You're on the air. It is.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hi, Kissa. Can you stand by for 1 sec? Because we want to give you a proper introduction.
We want to give you an introduction.
All right.
Okay, Kissa Starr is the founder and creative director of Butterfly Unlimited and the co-founder of Get Fit Crew. She has a love affair and has had a love affair with fashion, which took shape early in life. Determined to make a career out of her passion for fashion and style, Kissa began her journey at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin Elsa Rosario, who also went to that school. Great school. She got her feet wet in a myriad of fashion industries, ranging from popular urban brands to high-end luxury lifestyle brands. Kissa has since spread her vibrancy and talent through relative companies and media outlets such as Def Jam Records, Spin Magazine, Blank Entertainment Television, Fox 5 News. She has been an assistant director and director of various shorts and music videos. How about that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. And she also runs a wonderful campaign, which is one of my favorites, called I Love My Hair, which is part of her fashion.
I love that.
Fashion line.
You know, I love that.
That's right. Well, I know. We love our hair.
Our curly naturals over here.
I know. Welcome, Kissa. How are you?
Hi, we're so excited to have you on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sorry. Why don't you tell us a little
Tell
bit
us more about yourself. We're really excited to have you on. Mm.
Of having a community where that we're kind of all on top of each other. In California, it's a little more spread out.
Okay.
So the Get Fit Crew has been such an amazing group for me, just because I have been able to use my network and put them in that Get Fit attitude, as well as network. There's so many amazing things that came out of that, while getting fit, while connecting, while networking. So it's been such an amazing journey just doing that while I've been here in California. So, yeah.
That is awesome. So tell us a little bit about the whole philosophy behind the Get Fit Crew.
Well, actually, a friend of mine, Frankie Nicole, and myself, we were not working at the time. She's in television. And I was freelancing, and so we had some extra time on our hand, and she was like, "Come on, let's work out or get together and do stuff." And so I was like, "Okay, well, I have stuff to do, but if we do it, let's do it early, and let me invite some friends. Let's invite some friends, And I'm all about group activity because they hold me accountable. Because if I leave it to myself, I could
that makes sense.
In my mind all the time and no one will know, but if you have like 5 people, that said they're going to come, you're going to wake up and make that extra effort. So we invited some of our friends,
Okay.
And so, yeah, they showed up on that day, and that was the beginning of an amazing journey.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Interesting.
So when you started off, like how many people were like how long have you been doing it for? Like where did you start from and where are you now?
We started in January,
Mhm.
Oh,
and
really? Of
so
this year?
we're 6 months. Yeah,
Wow, pretty
we're
good.
6 months in, and we did it on Tuesdays, and which is a weekday. So we had a lot of friends that were in that industry that we were in. Either it was freelancing, television, freelance industry, and so a lot of them, have participated in that, as well as my Herbalife friends, because I'm also a health coach for Herbalife. So
Okay.
I love that unit because they inspire like the whole fit club, attitude for me. And so a few of my friends from there joined me, a few of my friends, a few of Frankie friends. And so that was January.
Mhm.
And then, and we've, added some classes since then. Yoga. We had an African dance class. So
Oh,
I
I
want to say
love
thank you
African
to
dance.
Ali and thank you
Nice.
to yeah, my friend.
Wow.
So we added those, and they also took on a philosophy of just sharing our talents with our community so that we can build a community of people that want to get fit and have support. And then we extended it to the hiking on Sunday. So
Mm.
so yeah, and then I also just started another one called Power 8, which is more of a strength training workout.
Okay.
So, and I live in Koreatown right now, so I go around to my community when I'm walking or whatever, and just invite them to be a part of it. Because a lot of people work out by themselves, but there's more support when you have other people. Some people, need encouragement with sticking and continuing to stay focused on the things that they want, their goals. And so, when you have a community of people that's reaching the same goals, it's a little bit easier to stay focused on that, especially when you have that support. So,
Okay. You know what I wanted to ask you, Kissa? Like, how do you tie in food and how you eat to being fit? Like, what do you do? Like,
it's
what do you make
go ahead.
suggestions? Do you guys have a consensus on how to do things, how to eat, how to choose, your different meals throughout the day?
I mean, it's so important for your diet is everything. Like once I
Mm-hmm.
came out here to California, and I really started working on my health, like my nutrition plan. I mean,
Okay.
just and when I say plan, I just mean like following a healthy lifestyle, And
Mm-hmm.
what that means for me is just eating clean, no
Yes.
processed food,
Right.
a lot of greens, lean
Mm-hmm.
meat, vegetables. When I'm on a run, I do take a shake because sometimes what I found in the beginning as I was making breakfast, I was bringing my lunch, and I was like, oh, I spent so much time just preparing and cooking,
Okay.
so I'll grab a shake, or if I'm working out, recovery shake, stuff like that. That really helps me. But when I changed my nutrition plan, I've had so much energy, and it changed
Mm.
everything for me.
Mhm.
And so I've been able to run a half marathon. I've been more effective with completing a handstand. I've always wanted to do it, and since I've been out here, I tried and I've
That's
accomplished it. And
great.
I'm always seeking to improve myself, always seeking to do things to push myself to, do something better and stronger and
Challenging
faster,
yourself, basically.
and it
Yeah.
just kind of gives
Yeah.
you a level of achievement, when you
Sure.
reach one goal, you're like, oh, I could do that, wow. So it's been really exciting, and then my nutrition really helped me get me there. It really did. That is 80% nutrition and 20% fitness. If your
There you
nutrition
go.
is right, and as
Mhm.
they say, we always hear it, like abs are made in the kitchen. It is 100% correct. If
Mhm.
you're not eating right, no matter how hard you work out in the gym, you're not going to see your results. So
You're
That's
not,
a very good
and you're
point.
not going to feel as good either.
you're not going to feel good either.
Yeah, I
You're
agree. I
definitely
mean,
not going to
you
feel
don't
good.
feel as
You're
good.
going to feel sluggish and
Exactly.
tired, and
Exactly.
yeah.
What got you motivated to start to get fit? And I would say, like, what advice would you give to people out there who just don't know how to get started? They don't know where to begin. They don't have the money to join a gym, that
Right.
kind of thing.
Right. Do it yourself tips.
Mhm.
Okay. So, actually, I want to say the four P's, which I try to have things that people can remember. So 4 P's usually work for me, which is my first P is to plan. To as far as like planning, in order to be what my plan is like work beforehand for the accomplishment of a plan of attack. So if you have a goal, or if it's whether like eating right or losing weight or whatever, just think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Have that plan and plan for a plan for attack. Prepared. So for prepare is make something ready for use or consideration. So you have to prepare for it. So if you have a plan, you're gonna have to act it out. So you want to make sure that that you're ready to do what you're gonna do. So you can't say, okay, I'm gonna get up at 9 o'clock and then you're not dressed. So it's like you gotta take action on what it is that you want to do.
Follow through.
And be persistent, which is my third P. Which is continually firmly in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. Now that's like really big because we all we don't always want to be consistent, and we don't and sometimes it's difficult. We have a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of great excuses that is valid, but you need to be persistent if you want to reach whatever your goals are, whatever your results that you want to achieve. You have to be persistent and pass through, and get through those difficulties of opposition, or opposition. And my fourth thing is a partner. To me, a partner is, a friend, family member, just someone. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be that. I have gotten so many emails and tags from my friends and inbox from Facebook, and I just want to say if some of those people are listening, I want to thank you very much. And one of the questions was to me is, how do I stay focused, or how do I keep going? And honestly, I join a lot of those groups. I have a lot of support. I'm not always consistent, and I'm not always focused, And what I do is I have accountability partners. I have friends. Sometimes they're one-on-one friends where I'm like, can I call you for this? Or ask them questions. I have a group, an ab challenge group. I have a gifted crew that makes me wake up Sunday. Sometimes I don't feel like it. I have tons. My Get Uncomfortable squad. I mean, they're so inspiring to me. So I have a lot of groups that I plug into just to keep me focused, and that keeps me on board. And they have to do with whatever is going on in my life. So I would say, partner up with someone that's your accountability partner, or it could be a group, and that is to participate in achieving a common goal. So, with that said, I know your question, what your question is, when you want to achieve anything as far as like, whether it's a health goal or a fitness goal, follow the 4 Ps, because you have to have a plan. You have to prepare to, act out on a plan. You got to be persistent to make it happen, and make sure you have a partner to hold you accountable, and that, definitely is what happened with the Gifted crew. We had a goal, we followed through, we've been consistent, and we have tons of partners that make sure even if I'm not there, that it still exists. You know what I mean? So, we always say, one unit, one crew, we get it together. I would so believe that why do it by yourself? Always have somebody to help you to do it. To do it with. It's a lot more rewarding. It'll be so boring to me if you see my pictures on Instagram, which is Butterfly Unlimited. It'll be so boring to just see me jump like, hey, woo, I'm having fun every week.
Not necessarily.
It's so much more exciting. We share our journey. We share our experiences. We share different tips. We share different foods. We have to, it's so much rewarding.
Sharing food.
Sharing is caring.
There you go.
Make that happen. So.
Well, that I have to say that's phenomenal, because a lot of times I think when we're working out, you feel like you don't want anybody to see you. People sometimes don't even like to go to the gym because they're afraid they're going to be seen looking fat and breathing heavy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of gyms are a fashion show. People are just checking other people out. It could be embarrassing. It could be, it could be uncomfortable. So, and I think
I love that word, uncomfortable. And
absolutely,
it is uncomfortable. I always say is where greatness lies. So if you could get past that,
that is absolutely true.
Personal journey. It's so about your personal journey. It doesn't matter, And if you're finding that where you at is not where you want to be, then you create whatever it is that you want for yourself, and you invite people. A lot of times, especially with my clients, what I do is, like I have clients that have children. They're like, oh, I don't have time because of my kids, and I'm like, create a fit crew, with parents. Like tell your other friends who have kids to join you and walk around the block or whatever. Just invite them, and sometimes you'll be surprised, like, oh my God, I'm so happy you asked me. I was thinking how I was going to do this.
I have to interrupt you, Kissa, for a moment because we have to go to a break right now. We're going to a station break, but we will be right back with you. Hi, I'm Nina Markel. I'll be bringing up your purchase today. My associate Shauna Glover will bag your items.
Hey there.
Hey, nice to meet both of you.
Let's see. Pork rinds, grape soda, genetically modified strawberries.
Yeah?
No me gusta. Okay, I don't want to offend you or anything, but none of this stuff is good for you.
It can't be that bad.
You're practically digging your grave with your teeth.
Yikes.
But don't worry, there are healthier choices that are just as delicious. You can try some dried kale instead of potato chips.
Or even actual grape juice in the place of the purple liquid cavities.
Right.
Also organic fruit instead of the GMOs.
You guys have some good ideas, but how do you know so much about good eating?
Shauna and I host the brand new talk show Food Rap every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the GoPro Radio Network.
Yeah, it's the brand new radio show that's all about good eating. Nina and I will take you on a delicious journey through the latest trends and traditions and alternative eating from the everyday person's perspective.
Wait a minute, I heard about that show. Food Rap on the GoPro Radio Network, right?
Yep, it's the perfect weekly digest for anyone looking to beef up on food facts and share their own discoveries.
All right, that's it. I'm putting all this junk back and I'm making better choices. And the first choice I'm making is to tune into Food Rap every week from now on.
That's every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the GoPro Radio Network.
At www.goproradio.com.
Where talk never tasted so good.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.
All right, we're back with our very special guest, Kissa Starr.
You're on the Food Rap Show on GoProRadio.com.
That's right, where talk never tasted so good. Welcome back, Kissa. I just want to remind people, if you guys have any questions for our guests, give us a call, 646-929-1521. Again, that's 646-929-1521. You can also go to the GoProRadio.com website and click Watch Live and check us out in the studio.
There you go.
All right, Kissa. So I want you, because we only have a few minutes left to the show, but I wanted you to tell us a little bit about your I Love My Hair campaign and what you're doing with that. And also give people the information on how they can find you. Maybe some people in the LA area might want to join your crew.
Okay, cool. The I Love My Hair campaign. Well, I just say really quickly, it started out, my grandmother, I had Butterfly Limited, started out in 2000, and I think second year, so 2001. Within that time, I was going back and forth to the Bronx, from Brooklyn, and my grandmother always, my hair was natural. She didn't really like it because from 5 to when I was an adult, it was very straight. So she gave me a really hard time, and she's from the South and didn't want me to talk back to her. So I was kind of frustrated. I love my grandmother, but just was like, and I hate this battle, and decided, to use my company as a voice to my grandmother, actually. And I was like, I'm just going to wear this shirt and put it on, and just instead of battling with her, just wear it every time. And I did. So every time she would say something, I would point to my shirt. And it actually became like, the number one seller. And now it's very prominent in our brand right now. It's actually a lot. It's well known. A lot. Alicia Keys wore it, and it's been all over. We have this movement that I took on to Instagram and to our Butterfly Unlimited page on Facebook. And I go around, I travel a lot, so I go around with holding this I Love My Hair passion. I just have people just stop and take a picture just to celebrate what they have, who they are in their moment, because sometimes we just don't say that. We see people and we're like, oh, her hair is cute or whatever, but we don't take that time to say it. So the task to me is just kind of like taking a moment to acknowledge those people who really are celebrating themselves, and just have other people celebrate them too. So they can find that movement and see the pictures on Butterfly Unlimited, which is BUTTAFLYUNLTD on Instagram and on Facebook. And it's just celebrating who you are from the inside out. That's what Butterfly Unlimited is about. Be you is our acronym.
Well, you're definitely going to see two women here from the food wrap show wearing your T-shirts, and we'll send you a picture.
And I do love
Definitely.
Hair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love our hair too.
And can you because I really do see a connection between that and the
Yes.
reason why I wanted to talk about it. I see a connection between the I Love My Hair campaign and also the Get Fit crew. I feel like there's definitely this. I mean, we should take a total 360 approach to our health and well-being. It's not just about having a fit body or being a certain weight. All that stuff is connected physically and mentally. What are your thoughts on that?
I totally agree. Feeling good from the inside out, and celebrating yourself. I'm very, very active. So, me doing a handstand and me doing the hiking and all these things, it really gets me going in a sense of accomplishment. But when we take care of our health, we could do so much more, way beyond what we think. And honestly, what you put in your body has a lot to do with how your hair and your skin is. Like people
100% true. That's right.
For the hair,
I
but
agree.
what you eat is going to come through your scalp. You
There
know.
you go.
So if you want healthy hair, I get comments about that too. Like, oh, your skin looks good and your hair looks great. Eat right. It comes.
There you go.
It's the cheapest way.
That's it.
The cheapest products ever.
That's it. That's
You
it.
get a lot of bang for your buck.
This is true.
That's it.
Not only take care of your body, but it takes care of your skin and it takes care of your hair. It takes care of your nails. So honestly, yeah, it is a full experience when you eat healthy. You have like so many benefits from that. You feel good. You have a lot of energy. Your bones are stronger, and you add people to it. You add, laughter and joy, and and it just feels good. And I remember when I didn't even have time to really eat well or to take care of myself or even spend time with my friends because I was so busy working. And I know what that feels like. So to actually be in this space right now, I can tell you it's so worth it, worth the journey. And what I could say is take little or steps, however big or little you want, to work on yourself and improve yourself every day is the goal. At your own pace, at your own time. But self-improvement every day will get you where you want to go.
Well, that's wonderful.
Self-improvement, challenging yourself,
Absolutely, yes.
Doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, Shauna.
Yes.
Exactly.
We both know what that's like.
Here, yes.
Yes.
And the hike is very much like that. People look at the mountain like, oh my God.
I heard about that. What's the name of it? What's the name? Because I heard things about that.
I love hiking, by the way. I love hiking.
What's the name of that mountain that you?
It's the Runyon. We hike at Runyon Canyon.
I heard
so
things.
We go on the hardest side, and I call it the Brooklyn Way. It's the hardest one. Unpaved terrains. It's crazy.
Oh my God! I want to invite people again to call in 646-929-1521.
If you have any questions for Kissa Starr, please feel free to call in. 646-929-1521.
Absolutely. And Kissa, can you give people, like I said, all your information on how they can reach you? And we're also going to post this up on our Facebook page.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever links or websites.
In the Get Fit crew, joining us on the Get Fit crew or in California, or even, we have some friends in New York. We have friends in Atlanta. I have someone who's interested in doing something in Paris. So
that's awesome.
We're going to be worldwide, global, and
great.
It's not Get Fit crew. It's, fitness families. So we connect with those who already have things established. Contact us at Get Fit Life. That's GetFitLife@gmail.com.
Okay,
and if you are interested in following me on at Butterfly Unlimited, that's Facebook, Instagram. Contact me at or follow me at BUTTAFLYUNLTV, and that's on Instagram, on Facebook, and add the .com if you want to check out our website. If you want to email me, add the info@butterflyunlimited.com.
Awesome. We have a caller for you. Sorry to interrupt, Kissa. Sure. We have a caller, area code 201. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
Hello. You guys have a really terrific show.
Thank you.
Keep on doing what you're doing. I would like to speak to Kissa. My name is Frank, and I want to talk to you a little bit about hamburgers. I know it sounds funny.
The
I
hamburger
love
guy.
hamburgers and French fries. I mean, is it possible I can have that and just like work out extra?
Okay. Kissa, what do you think about that?
Okay. I will say this. You don't have to work out extra, but have your hamburger and French fries. But those other 6 days, eat very clean and lean, and enjoy your hamburger and French fries. And that one day, just go all out. Start from there.
Oh, one day? Okay.
I actually have another
Thank
suggestion for you, Frank. Hold on. You can do your hamburger. You can do like grass-fed ground beef. You can go to like some really cool restaurants, and you can get some French fries that are baked. They're like a healthier version if you want to try that out. It's totally worth trying out. Some really good product out there.
Healthier bread, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like bread that's like really, artistic,
I thought-
But
put
I noticed that
like-
when I tried
Go ahead.
that with like Zen Burger, and it just doesn't taste the same than the nice juicy,
It doesn't taste the same.
burger with the nice caramel onions and the cheese.
You could still have
Oh my
caramelized
God.
I've heard Zen Burgers really
What
quite
about the
great.
extra lettuce on it? Is it gonna help?
No, I find that with my clients that when you start to take things away from them, they, tend to crave it more. So I say
Right.
have it and work on eating better. Like put yourself on a challenge. So
Okay.
like let's just say 2 weeks, no burgers,
Okay.
right? And just eat clean. Or you could just say that one day, whichever one is realistic to you. And that's the thing; it has to be realistic to you.
Right.
So
Right.
as whether it's that one day you have your burger and then the rest of the day you say to yourself, okay, I want to get healthy and I want to get, like that, I want to be more fit. So that one day I'm going to go all out and have the caramel, fried French fries with the burger the way I like it, the way I like it. But Monday through Saturday, I'm going to eat clean, lean vegetables with fresh water and I'm going to treat my body right. But on this day, I'm just going to go do whatever I want, and start there, and then when you start to feel better those 6 days, eventually, honestly, what I find is eventually people don't have the same desire for those things because they feel so good the rest of the day that they don't want as much. They eat maybe half the burger and they don't have it after a while, but you'll get there. But just take your time with, your new lifestyle is what I want to say.
Okay. Let me ask you one more question and I'll get off the phone.
Sure.
Sorry for taking up so much time. Let's say I have another burger done a week. How much, let's say, exercise, let's say like a regular, like a double Five Guy burger and fries, like how much of working out do I have to do to burn it? Like I guess what I'm saying, to burn those calories, what do you have to do to burn calories for like a Five Guy burger and French fries?
Well, I know you're not only just eating that burger and French fries, so...
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, it's my favorite, it really is my favorite food. Like one of my favorite foods, like burgers and fries. But I know I can't live like that. I totally agree with you. It's unhealthy and stuff like that, and I want to be healthy. But it tastes so good. But so I'm saying if I have I treat myself on, let's say Saturday, but I might have another one maybe on Tuesday. If I do extra walking or something like that, or working out, just give me a sense of how much I would have to do to burn it.
We have to answer this quickly.
Actually, yeah.
Go ahead.
We have to answer this quickly.
Answer this quickly because we actually are running out of. We're actually out of time.
Sorry. Okay. I'll get off the phone and I'll listen off the air.
Okay, cool. I was just saying, you're already looking at, not having your second burger. Just look at being lean the first.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
And work on that one day, and then
90 seconds.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up.
Thanks so much, Kissa. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kissa. We're gonna put all your information on Food Wrap on our Facebook page.
Yes, thank you guys.
Join us next week when we'll be talking about barbecue tips. Yeah, I want to thank our wonderful, wonderful producer, Tylon Xavier Washington, our lovely engineer, Ayana Jones. I want to thank our wonderful online engineer, Mohammed El Safti, coolest name in the world. I want to thank our lovely production assistants,
60 seconds.
Tatiana and Tiana Washington. And what do we have next? Coming up,
next
Shauna.
is the Glenn Z show at 4. The NRG is at 6 p.m. The Sexy Party show at 7 p.m. with their new host, Chelsea Beers. Thank you so much for calling in. Peace.
Peace out.
And joining us.
and I'm hungry.
Is you looking for good eating? Then stay beating the path to the network with the best. You rap and hook you up fast. They keep it crispy with the 411. They feeding you right, chopping it up, dishing it out. It's tasting good, but don't break. The recipes are sublime and info fresh off the vine. They keep you GMO free, cause be you all what you eat. Now if you too busy chewing on that FAT fat whack, tune into the F to the O to the O to D food rap. Listen to the kitchen on the show with the